Alright, welcome to MDawg Gaming. Here we are in a conquest in Smite. We're playing with the support class character Chang'e. And let's see, we are going to be getting Watcher's Gift, which gives us some benefit even though we won't be getting many last hits. We're also going to go ahead and start Kronos' Pendant. It's pretty aggressive build in the sense that I'm not getting the normal consumables or some of the other starter items that I would typically get. I'm wanting to try this with Chang'e to see. One of her part of her passive is that she has a courier. It's the little rabbit that you see chasing her around, and it can run and pick up items at any point in the game. So you really don't have to go back as long as you sort of can sustain and live. Then you don't have to worry about going back as much. So we're going to try going ahead and starting with this build. First ability we took was her 1, which is a Crescent Moon Dance, and that just helps with weakening the minions early, getting a little damage. Then after that we'll go with Moonflower Dance, which is her 3, that will start the process of being able to heal us and Apollo, who is laning with us. In terms of our team, we have a Ra on our side going mid. Looks like right now is up against Hades. And then we have Neith and Vulcan on right lane. And not even sure who they're up against right now. Looks like they've got quite the little battle going over there. We have Athena on the left. And they just lost someone. We're going to really hang back here. We want to feed Apollo the last hits whenever possible. And Athena is really playing back here. Kind of weaken her a little bit. The only thing we've got to be careful of, especially before I get to level 2 and 3, we need to be careful about an early gank. Not a whole lot I'd be able to do about it right now. And we basically just want to punish Athena. Anytime she comes up like that, we want to go ahead and punish her. We're going to go ahead and get our heal, help ourselves and Apollo. Athena is heading back. She's probably going to be calling for help. Apollo is really playing aggressive here. We got first blood there. We're going to go ahead and do some healing and really trying to watch out for the early gank as Apollo works on weakening their tower even at this early state. A little early. I'm not sure that this is the approach I would take just yet, but you know, we've got the lane to ourselves. We're soaking up some experience and the gold while Athena has been back at base, so taking advantage of that, and it really worked out because we haven't. And Athena's trying to make some progress on damaging Apollo. And she almost got herself killed.
A beautiful flourish.
And we're, you know, trying to balance a little bit here. Just there's no benefit in getting killed for getting that early kill. We're getting Athena off the lane, which that really achieves what we want to achieve anyway. And we're almost at the point in terms of gold where we can send our courier back and get the next part of our Kronos. And this is a good time for us to step back a little bit here, Apollo, which he is not going to do. I can tell Apollo is just itching to get that kill. And Athena's really playing smart in the sense that she's not giving us the easy kill. She's being a little over aggressive perhaps. She maybe could stay out a little longer if she didn't get in Apollo's face every time. But their team must be having some difficulty across the lanes, just in the sense that if they weren't, then surely someone would have come over to gank us already. Now we picked up our ultimate. Alright, gank is coming. And we are out of mana. Apollo, and I forget about Apollo's ability, and that does sort of help. Definitely helps his ability to get out of there when he needs to. So we're going to go ahead and continuing this somewhat aggressive approach. We're going to stay out here and send our courier back to get the next part of the pendant. And while we have a second, the Moonlit Waltz, it basically for 1 second or so protects you from damage, and it gives you and your allies mana back for every tick of damage that you would have taken. An enemy has been slain. So that is the 2, and then the ultimate is a stun that shoots off in a direct line, as you can see, but if any gods are caught in that line during the ultimate, it freezes them, stuns them, and for every additional god that it catches, it stuns that next god for an extra second. So see how far we can get Apollo down here. We'll use our ultimate if we need to. So that worked out perfect because we fed Apollo, and we also did not let Athena get away that time. So it worked out really well. The only concern we have right now is our mana level. We've been leveling our 1 pretty heavily, which again is a more aggressive approach that at least right now seems to fit how this match is going. I have not leveled our 3, our healing ability, as much as I normally would, or as early as I normally would, simply because right now we're sort of steamrolling this left side. So, and that was good. Apollo was able to get out, and I didn't have to use any mana, so that worked out really well. And yeah, everything is going about as well as you could hope at this point. And when you do the 1 like that, it also, for a brief amount of time, gives a buff to physical damage protection. An enemy has left the game. And so any physical damage that would come is mitigated to a degree during that ability. So now we'll go ahead and upgrade our 3 a little bit. And Apollo's hard work finally pays off, and we get that first tower down. And for 1 quick second, we're going to send our courier and then get back in the action here, as now we really have to be cautious because the potential gank should be on high alert here, as we have pushed up so far. It's going to grab the enemy's attention, and it does look like at least some of the other players have got their hands full in the other lanes, so we may not see a gank attempt, but we should expect it nonetheless. And our Chronos pendant will be complete momentarily when our courier gets back. We're upgrading our Waxing Moon, which of course is our ult. And Apollo is starting work on the next tower. And there is the pendant. pendant is complete. So,
Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
the temptation here is going to be to go ahead and start another item, and again continue to skip the active and consumable items that we normally would have gotten at this point. And that's probably what we'll do unless something changes here. We're at 900 gold, so as soon as we get a moment to breathe, we'll take a quick look at the store and see what we want to get. So going to be another death for Apollo, it looks like. Wanted to feed that, but wanted to make sure that she didn't get away as well. So we're taking Crescent Moon Dance again. And we're going to look at getting... Probably going to go to the... Ooh, I don't know. I think we're going to go Rod of Tahuti next. Go ahead and get the courier started on that.
An enemy has been slain.
And this match is quickly turning into a pretty lopsided affair here. Whoa. Of course, phone rings and Athena comes back at the same time. Apollo is going to have a whole mess of gold to spend whenever Apollo does decide to go back.
An ally has been slain. I'm back, milady. Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower. Your middle tower is under attack.
So our middle tower is under attack by minions, it looks like, so we don't need to be too concerned about that at the moment, not with us pressing forward like this. Now we have a Poseidon coming in. Let's see if we can... And that went well.
I'll get you a present.
And we're going to stay right here in lane. Apollo's headed back. And due to the nature of Chang'e's abilities, we don't have to be too concerned. I mean, it would really require a very concerted gank effort to take us out. Which, if it happened, it would, obviously that would not be ideal. But on the other hand, it would probably require at least 3 of their gods to do that at this point after we've been fed. So that would distract from the other lanes so much. In some ways, it would almost be okay if that were to happen. And we're just sort of continuing to roll over here. We've got the next piece of our rod has been completed. Apollo's back, and we are going to upgrade our ultimate.
An enemy has been slain.
So I have really, between Aphrodite and Chang'e, I have really started to enjoy sort of the flow of playing these support type characters. A little close to the Phoenix there, taking unnecessary damage. And it requires me to sort of balance. I tend to be over aggressive in these types of games and MOBAs, and playing this kind of character just doesn't really allow me to be. It reinforces the idea of really being patient and playing smarter. So that's kind of what I'm learning and working on right now, and this character in particular, Chang'e, has really been a good fit for me so far. So we're at 940 on gold. We're just a couple hundred here, about 300 or so away from, and that's going to just be too much to not kill him. Again, should have let him feed that. Alright, we have a new opponent here, and they are only level 9. It's going to be a long day for them if they stick with us.
An ally has been slain. Your middle tower is under attack. An ally has left.
Alright, and we may be in some trouble here. We'll see how it goes. And we are. So, you know, that's what we were talking about. It would probably take 3 to take us out, and we could have been a little more on top of things. In fact, we were embarrassingly worried about chatting it up with Apollo typing when all that started. But he did get out of there, which is good, and then
An enemy has been slain.
it did take 3 of them over on us. So we've been going 5v4 this whole match, but unfortunately here recently Ra had to drop out. But we have had a big advantage in this match, and I really forgot about that.
Middle tower is under attack. Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
Alright, so we have completed
Tower has been destroyed.
the Rod of Tahuti, which gives us a big boost to magical power and our MP5, which is mana per second. And magical power and mana per 5 are really good for us, so to be able to complete that item, even as we've been for the most part feeding Apollo on a lot of last hits and kills, pretty good. So we're playing 3-1-1 right now, but Apollo is 1 and 2 with no death, so left lane has been going really well, obviously. So there's a lot of enemies there on the right side, and Apollo and I, you know, and this is something I don't really know what the best move at this point is for us. If we should just keep dominating on the left side, we've got it pushed up to the Phoenix and sort of require them to come back over here, or if we should start moving towards team fights and trying to turn the tables on those fights when they occur. So their Poseidon must have been fed a little bit, as he's level 17. This may be Apollo's first death. Yes, it is. And it may be our second death. We'll see. Oh, bad timing on Kronos' ability there. Yeah, that's going to be it. So they got us again, and really that Poseidon is becoming a problem. He's 8-1-1 at level 18. And Neith is calling for Fire Giant. That's the least of my concerns right now, Neith. So, let's see. Trying to see if there's an item. And this might be something that we should have gone for earlier. it does give us some magical protection, which would be nice.
Enemy missing
I
left.
think we will start that. So we have, our time is up. We were going to sort of look at the other heroes out there, but let's go ahead and get back in the action.
Your left tower is under attack.
Of course, the new god that was released this week was Tyr, and in this match at least he's 0-8-1, so a lot of deaths. It can be tough when a new god comes out if you're not familiar with how to play him. If you don't get a lot of practice time in, you jump in with other players that do have some experience. That can be a tough combination. I'm trying to get up here to offer some healing.
An enemy has been slain.
I don't really see Apollo escaping this. Hey, he might. Let's get some healing done here.
A beautiful sight.
Attack fire giant. Attack fire giant.
Neith really wants to attack that fire giant.
Glorious.
So we're going to head that way and see if this really happens.
Get set.
Your right tower is under attack.
A beautiful flourish.
Enemies incoming. An ally has been slain. You have been slain.
And so that was a very good job for the other team. They reacted quickly to us going for the fire giant and got the better of us. So what was a really smooth match is now turning a little bit here. We're still 19-11 with a pretty big gold lead, but if we keep getting into situations like that, it will turn all the way quickly. So losing our Ross certainly did not help. Although he was 3-5, so we should be okay here. We just need to play smart from here on out. The only thing about grouping up too quickly, and looks like we've got some, they're heading down left pretty quick. So we're going to head to the left. And we're not wanting to be real aggressive here. There's 3 of them. 4 of them, in fact. And that tower's going down. And we're just going to try to put up some of the fight here, just to not let them steamroll all the way to our Phoenix too quickly. We've got some help now, so just want to punish them anytime they get close and try to hold them off successfully here. If more help comes, that'd be great. Here comes Apollo. And our ultimate came a little late there,
Your right tower is under attack.
unfortunately.
An enemy has been
We did
slain.
get the kill there. So we pushed him back good. Ah, Neath. Should have gotten one more heal from me there, Neath. So now we're in a pushing kind of mode. We took out one of their characters. It was the 13 Athena, I believe, that we took out. And we're continuing to level here, continuing to get gold, and now we need to go mid here. Apollo, come on, you've got that buff. Let's go see if we can help here.
An ally has been slain.
Might be a little too late. One thing we want to be careful of is if we're going to lose this ally anyway, we don't want to needlessly get into it. Alright, he looks safe and he's out of the fight, so we're just going to stay out of it. And they hopefully do not know I'm here. Although it would not surprise me if they came after Apollo here with him pushing up. Looks like he ran into one already. So we're going to push forward
Your
and
middle tower is under attack.
hope
An
that he...
ally has
Oh,
been
he did
slain.
not make it. So ended up being a poor decision to leave Apollo in the end. I really thought Apollo would come to mid with me, but even if he had, we'd have been late to that dance anyway. So I don't know. I don't know if you really want to get into it with me, do you?
Beautiful flourish.
Maybe you do. Who knows?
An enemy has been slain.
Glorious.
An enemy has left the game. I see slain an enemy.
A beautiful dogs.
And one of the problems, I think, when people see Chang'e, if they haven't played with Chang'e, is they assume a certain amount of weakness, maybe, because she is a support class and the tooltip says low damage. But I have not found her damage output to be low at all. So we're going to take the item that really favors team play.
Good game.
Okay, they have surrendered, so that was a good game. Alright, so let's just look at the final stats here and then we'll wrap this video up. You know, that went well. There were some rough patches there where I could have played a little better, but still learning the class and sort of the limits of pushing the character. But that match was easier than most will be. But that was good, and that was a lot of fun. I don't know why we're sort of stuck in the victory screen here. They've just released the patch, so I don't know if things are still a little touch and go with some bugs or what. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up now, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot.